They believe in me and they've never seen me. They believe in Ahlul Bayt and they've never seen them. One of the ashab said, we are your brothers. نحن إخوانك يا رسول الله. He said, no, you're ashabi. Be careful. No way. Ashab is different than ikhwan. Because you as ashab will turn over against the Prophet after his death. So you're just ashab. You're just companions. The companion might be a good companion, might be an evil companion. But the true brothers are those who come after you and they never saw me. They never saw Ahlul Bayt Salamullah, but they believe. So let's thank Allah for this ni'mah of the wilayah. That we, alhamdulillah, believe in something we haven't seen. And we have a firm belief, alhamdulillah. We sacrifice our wealth, our even souls for it, for the cause of Ahlul Bayt Salamullah alayhim. صلوا على محمد وعلى محمد. Now another question about the benefits of the Imams being away from the people, being in disappearance, in ghaibah. 3 possible benefits that I could find actually from the books. Number 1, we have a hadith which says لولا الحجة لساخت الأرض بأهلها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this universe, this dunya, this earth with the condition of its safeguard and immunity to have the Imam. If there is no Imam, no Hujjah, the whole universe will be in chaos. Everything will be destroyed. Allah made this, mathematical, physical, as a physical, rule, Allah knows. That if the Hujjah is taken away, that's it, finish. That's why we have in the narrations in the hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how does He do the nafkh as-sur and the call of the Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment, that He takes away the last Hujjah on the very last days of Yawm al-Qiyamah, just 40 days before the day of judgment. So He takes away the Hujjah first, and then after 40 days will be the Yawm al-Qiyamah, then nafkh as-sur. Because there is no more Hujjah, no more protection, خلاص. إذا الشمس كورت وإذا النجوم انكدرت الله أكبر وإذا البحار سجرت وإذا القبور بعثرت. Nothing remains in safety and immunity. Everything will be destroyed. Allahu Akbar. What a great day. So the first answer would be that the Imam is there to protect the world. His presence is to bring harmony and safety to the world. Although he's behind the scenes, as the hadith says that the Imam Salamullah alayh, the Imam says Salamullah alayh, that as the clouds, as the sun behind the clouds, and we still benefit from the sun, because you can have the daylight even if there are clouds. You can see, you can go out, and benefits of the clouds, they bring rain and so forth. The Imam likewise, he's behind the scenes, but he offers his mercy, his protection to the people of the world. The second possible benefit of the Imam's ghaibah, that he helps his followers, he supports his followers in the time of need. Many people, ulama, Sayyid ibn Tawus, Sayyid Salih al-Hilli, others, a lot of mu'mineen, pious people who saw and met the Imam. One of those who met the Imam Salamullah alayh, this great man, he has a shrine in Ahwaz, Ali ibn Mahziyar, Radwanullah alayh. He said that I went to Hajj 19 times with the aim and intention of meeting the Imam of my zaman. He said, I saw nothing. 19 Hajj all the way, and in that time there were no airplanes. In that difficult time to travel, he went to Hajj. On the 20th year, he said, I'll try my best this time, inshallah. The Imam would accept my invitation to Hajj, and I see the Imam, inshallah. So he goes to the Hajj. He finishes the A'mal of Hajj. He goes to Mina, he goes to Arafah, he goes to the Rami Jamarat. He finishes everything. He comes back to the Kaaba to finish the A'mal. In that time, he sees a man. He comes to him and he says, what do you want? He says, I came to see the Imam Sallallahu my zaman. He says to him that the problem with you is that you Shia, and overall that you made some kind of, you put the curtain between yourselves and your Imam. And that curtain is the sins. Your ma'asi, your sins, hajab. Put a curtain between you and the Imam. That's why you can't see the Imam. If somebody is filled, let's say, an example, filled with his body with scorpions and snakes. You have seen some people are so brave, they bring, the snakes on their neck and they sometimes eat scorpions. Everyone will run from them, run away. So imagine you want to go to meet the Imam and you're full of sins, of ghibah, of namima, backbiting, gossiping, lying, na'udhu billah. These are all some kind of curtains between us and the Imam's seeing, salamullah alayhi. So Ali ibn Mahziyar, he was told by this man that go to your group and we will meet sometime later. So he goes to his group, he collects his belongings, and in a specific time they meet somewhere. He goes with this man, who was one of the Ashab of Imam al-Muqarrabeen, one of the Abdal as they call them. He goes with him from one valley to another, over the hill, down the hill, until they reach a beautiful valley, nice valleys he hasn't seen before, as he says. And he sees a bright tent from far distance, a tent with nur. He says, we went forward and forward and forward. Then the man said, stop here, let me go and ask permission from the Imam Sallallahu Alaihi. This is his tent. So Ali ibn Mahziyar, he stops and he thinks that inshallah I get the permission. If the Imam didn't, then what should I do? The man comes out from the tent, he says with a smile that the Imam gave the permission to meet you. He goes inside the tent. He sees the Hujjatullah ala al-ard, al-Mahdi min Ali Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says salam to the Imam, and the Imam sallallahu alaihi responds. They talk, and he stays with the Imam for a few days. Hani'an lah. After few days, the Imam orders him that you have to leave. Khalas, your time is up. You have to leave. He tries to say, the Imam says, no, that's it. You have to leave. So he leaves the Imam. He goes back to his city like a woman who lost her infant, like an old man who lost his youth, cries day and night. His ashab ask, what's wrong with you? He said, you don't know what I saw, who I met. If you meet him, you'll be living in a different world. This is Hujjatullah ala al-ard. I don't know how those enemies of Ahlul Bayt who lived with Ashab al-Kisa, who are greater than Imam al-Hujjah salamullah alayh, they turned later and carried the sword against Ahlul Bayt Ajib, the wife of the Prophet. She goes, who lived with the Prophet's house, she came to Fatima's house, she saw Hassan and Hussein, and then she carries the army, the men, the now Mahram, with the swords, and they come to fight Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ajib. Salamullah alayhi. What kind of mentality, what kind of belief is this? What kind of Ajib. I don't know what to say, to be honest. They met, they lived. Trust me, brothers. They know Ahlul Bayt more than us, a lot. They saw the Prophet, they listened to his hadith, they memorized the hadith, they learned the Islam. What? وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُم. They knew it, but they were stubborn on following the wrong path, the deviation path, the Satan path. And the third benefit, to guide the scholars. We have ulama, pious ulama.